good afternoon to wherever you are in the world. This is Tommy with Tommy's Top Picks, joined by John.
How's it going?
Welcome back to FABWATCH, where we
Lo
watch Fab.
we do. I do. A lot. Too much. Probably considered a minor obsession. Might be
Hey,
unhealthy. Might need to seek
probably.
medication or something.
Well, I do medicate for it, but
Uh,
so today we figured we would take a look and thought it might be interesting to take a look at outsiders, but just the Majestics, because with the fewer Majestics per box, we're averaging what, five, six, maybe?
yeah, I think it's 5 plus a rainbow foil.
Yeah, is pretty much the average. There are boxes that go over. I haven't
Of
really
course.
seen much go under that,
Agreed.
but overall, we are seeing less of them, and we are seeing some things that are different and some early speculation. We also don't know, like, if there are any, like, because we're E Strike and Command and Conquer, were they like confirmed limited? Because they were printed normally, right? There's more demand for them.
Yeah, no, they were printed the normal amount. Yeah.
Right. Because the only ones that are really specifically short printed are the legendary ones because you only need one per deck.
Yeah. Well, and I do think the Easter egg rainbow foil ended up getting short printed, but that was like a mistaken printing, not like a thing people knew right away. We found it out way after.
But it's also the rainbow foil and not the
Agreed.
other kind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just saying it might have been some part of the drive of the price.
Could be. So I sorted by best selling here, and top three being Codex of Frailty, Premeditate, and Shakedown. Shakedown I find interesting.
That means
Um,
Zuri's out there. Look
yeah,
out.
people are building her. Um,
She's
then if you
coming for you.
scroll down a little bit, we got Give and Take, Codex of Bloodrot, Concealed Blade, which I found interesting, being the third one. Now you play more ninja than I do. Is Concealed
I,
Blade,
I
or is
don't
this
play.
or is this playing an assassin?
It's probably both.
Yeah,
Because I hear there's a good Katsu coming out of the shadows
I
with this
believe it.
set. I
I
don't
believe it.
know, but if you're gonna do a good Katsu, having Kadachi lock at 4 life or 5 life is real nice if you can toss daggers and get new daggers. And
Hmm.
Conceal Blade is the only way to get new daggers at this point. Um, so if you're gonna do that kind of Kadachi lock at higher than just the 2, right?
Right.
Then you probably want this card in there. Plus, it blocks 3. It's blue and it's a 0, so it's a target for his ability,
True.
Katsu's ability. So it has all the things a Katsu wants,
Yeah. Absolutely. That makes sense.
and it gives +1s to daggers.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry, ninja attack
Ninjas.
actions or
Yeah.
assassin attack actions. Still, very good, very
Hmm.
good.
Then we
Ooh,
have
interesting. The
Melting
rainbow
Point
foils of that are
of
quite
Concealed Blade.
high. Yeah, they
So
might be targeted for a buyout based on this. I don't know.
a lot of these you'll see where when the set first came out, they all dropped, and then a lot of them got bought up.
Yeah, the good ones are the things people are predicting will be amazing. Just start to go bonkers.
And you can take a look. We got 26 available in normal, only 16 in rainbow, which makes about sense. But
Yeah,
yeah, we're already looking at $17 rainbow foils,
yeah,
which I think is a great thing for Flesh and Blood Majestics to, especially in rainbow foil, to hold value, just
agreed.
because it makes the box feel a little less bad to open.
Respect your foils, people. I know we're
Yeah,
not used to it, but I'm going to keep saying it. It really is a different game now because collectors are collecting foils, even current set foils,
rainbow foils.
and so yeah, rainbow foils. So unlike in the past where they were basically chaff because they were treated that way, the market treated them that way, they're actually at quite a few dollars more in most cases. And so as a result, it's worth a damn. Like it does add to the box value.
Yeah, for sure.
I think a lot of people are still like used to the old mindset. I know when I open, I don't really pay that close attention to the foils. I'm like, okay, foils go in the foil pile, but I'm not like, ooh, a foil.
Right, right.
So
Did we lose our? Yeah, we did.
what the sort?
The
Oh, the
filter,
M.
yeah.
Yeah, stupid TCG player. It's got the worst tracking between pages thing. It happens all the time. Very frustrating.
So we do have a couple that are below $1, which I like to look at the bottom too to see which ones are not being looked at. And it looks like obviously the Benji specialization, because which I mean, I guess people are not really, which is surprising that people aren't looking at Benji right now because we're just about to enter skirmish season.
Do you think he's good?
I think he's good. I don't think
I haven't
he's
heard much about him in like a
the
long time.
best.
So yeah, I don't know how he sits, and I don't know how good this add. Like, does this add to his? You played him before. Does
Yeah.
this is this something that would
So it's a
really?
2/0. When this hits, you may discard a card with cost 0. If you do, search your deck for a card with combo, banish it, then shuffle it. You may play it this turn.
So it gives him Katsu's ability
Yeah.
3 times a game. That's
Two.
funny.
2 times.
Oh right, Blitz. Yeah.
So it seems pretty good. And it's a 0 yellow, so you could get the 2 Gadachis off it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's not the right turn for it. But
Kind of
with
interesting.
Benji, you just you only have a couple turns because you're so low health.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot how low he starts.
Yeah, but it is basically like it allows you to do 2 damage. So the problem with Benji is he's good against a lot of heroes, but any of the heroes like Guardian, Warrior, like your Blitz staples that have a lot of 2-block equipment,
He can't do
make
much.
that race impossible.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense.
Because those specific cards like this and Spring Tidings will get blocked by those 2 battle worn or temper equipment, and then you're not going off like you thought you were.
Yeah, and then that's the game because it's Blitz and Blitz is fast.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's not too surprising then that that's down there.
No.
Oh, now that you're on this page though, go
yeah.
to Nerve Scalpel. Very cheap for an M, like very reasonable price.
There's 2 of them, I think.
Except that no, go to that one though.
There's this one too.
Well, okay, go to either of them. I'm not sure which is which. Yeah, look at the cold foil price.
$40.
It's already $40. What the heck?
Yeah. I mean, it's a cold foil weapon. I
Yeah, but that
opened
was
3
so fast.
cases. I opened 3 cases. I didn't see a single
No, I
cold
know, and they're
foil
rare. They're
dagger.
hard to find, but
I opened more rainbow foil daggers than I opened non-foil daggers.
I was just a little surprised how fast they were already like $40. I guess, you know, you have a lot of assassin players that want to bring sparkly knives. I get
Mhm.
it, but even the one that sucks, the Orbido class, is like 48 in cold foil.
It doesn't suck.
Isn't it the? Yeah, it does. That's the. Oh, well, it's the least likely to be absolutely used. You see what I'm
Right,
saying?
sure. But I mean, it's the Kano sideboard.
It is. Yeah, it is the Kano sideboard, which.
I feel bad for Kano players right now.
Yeah.
Just the introduction of inertia alone is just gut wrenching.
Oh yeah,
You work so hard to get that Blazing Aether and Blazing Wildfire in Arsenal, and then it's just like, nah, lose your Arsenal. I don't care if
Everything's
you're ready or
gone.
not.
Yeah, go off now or don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What else?
Give and take is
Oh,
something you wanted to talk about.
I did. Look at the rainbow foil sales and sales history.
14.
Yeah,
Sales
it's crazy. If you actually filter there's only 3 for sale right now.
first. What is this? Why? Oh,
Because that's how many editions there are now. They're selling at 25.
wild. Interesting.
And when we were talking about it before, I think it was in my market update when I mentioned it, they were at 10, 12.
Yeah, that's where, yeah, I see like on the 30th.
Yeah. So, and right now, if you go look to go buy one, there's 3 left on the market. That's it. Now, granted, this has happened like 4 or 5 times in the past week or so where there's like none left and then suddenly a bunch come on. So don't get too excited about this if you're watching this, but this
No,
has
it just
happened.
means that there are good cards in the set and it is healthy.
Yeah.
But we also have to remember that you don't have to FOMO into this. We're going to be drafting this for a long time.
Nope. All the cards are gone. Set's canceled.
No.
No more cards.
No,
This is all there is in the world, guys. FOMO in as hard as you can. No, I'm just kidding.
no.
You
It's
absolutely do not need to FOMO
yeah.
in. We
People are gonna
will
be
have
drafting
access to
this. People
these.
are gonna start once people
Here's how
get.
you know. Here's how you know. Go if you can get your filters back, but go and look at Codex of Frailty, a card that was identified as just rock solid superstar card of the set from day one. Like actually day one minus 10, I think it was when people were started playing on
Mhm.
Talishar. They saw how good it was because I remember hearing about this before the set was out.
Right.
Um, and it has come down. It's chilling out a bit. Like it was the hot stuff at the beginning, and now it's starting to slowly drift down because people are drafting and opening packs and more coming out, you know?
Right.
So it's okay, guys. Relax. We'll get there.
Yeah.
I do like that the rainbow foils maintain some heat.
Yeah, as they
I
should.
sadly don't have any, I don't think.
I have two.
Yeah, I know you suck. Tommy pulls all the heat.
Hey, I
Um,
offered them in the trade. We made a trade.
I was gonna say they didn't make sense though, didn't it? Did
No,
they?
no.
Yeah, when we talked about it, it didn't make sense. So
Yeah, it would have put you over too much. Then you would have had to figure something out. And
something out back. Yeah, it was just like, oh, this is too many steps.
yeah,
Um,
they're still
I'll
available if
probably,
you want them.
yeah, I'll pick a bunch of them up at some point. Maybe I'll buy some off you or whatever. But because it's a codex. I mean, it's a book. It goes with my
They
books.
are
I have,
very pretty because I also pulled two of the inertia in rainbow.
yeah, those ones I actually like the way they look better.
Yeah, the blue
In
really
rainbow foil.
pops.
It does, it does.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have a stack of rainbow foil of all of these. Dude, I am not kidding. I
it's the
literally have a
best.
stack of tomes on my desk right now. It's like at least a dozen of other sets rainbow foil tomes because I love the tomes and I keep collecting them, and it's just what I'm gonna do. Okay, I've
That's
been doing
fine.
it since freaking Tome of Harvest.
I'm
I'm
not
not gonna
judging.
stop now.
I'm not judging. It's
You
cool.
laughed. You laughed hard.
No, I was laughing because I've heard this so many times.
Yes, I know.
Because you've
I
told
know.
me about this stack of books, and
I love my
I hear
books.
about it like every day, so that's
I
why I was
love
laughing.
my books. So I will have a bunch of them. I
Yeah,
haven't bought any yet because I do think they will cool off. Honestly,
yeah. Again,
if I'm
the
wrong, I'll
set
be
is
sad, but I
brand
won't.
new. We are
Yeah,
going to be drafting it for a long time.
yeah. 6 months, 6 months plus, and then it falls off a cliff. Right? Go look at Uprising. Well, I guess Uprising's not exactly a fair comparison.
It is not.
Yeah, but it is a similar. It's an echo of a
It is the
similar.
closest we have.
Yeah,
It is the only other draftable 2.0 set that we have out.
that's yeah, fair, exactly. But
Whereas
I'll tell you,
Dynasty,
some of the
well,
heat from that one, they're down to $2 and $3.
in Uprising?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And that's
yeah,
why I'm saying don't FOMO into this because unless you need it for a deck you're playing right now,
it will
gonna
be
be
there.
cheaper.
Yeah, it
Gonna
will
be
be
cheaper.
there.
When Azalea turns out to not be the answer.
Oh, you're talking trash on Azalea now, huh?
Not that good of a matchup into Dorinthia, the best deck in the format. So
Uh-huh, uh-huh. We shall see, we shall see. I don't know, I haven't actually played her much.
yeah, we'll see. Well, maybe we'll find a deck list and I'll give it to you and just be like, here, throw this at me.
I don't think that would be a very good test for you, though, I'll just say, because I don't
No,
know how to
no.
play her, and I don't really know very well how to play against Dorinthia because I've only done it a handful of times.
Right.
So,
No,
I would be
I'll
a
get the
bad man.
practice. I'll get the practice. I'll go on Talishar. I'm sure she's there. I'm sure she's prevalent. I'll find some matchups. Or we'll have people in the we have people in the Discord that I'm sure are messing around with her that I can test against. But
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
we'll see.
What else is
Um
interesting in the market of IMS? I think, Spreading Plague.
Meditate's starting to come down. Rainbow Foil's going up.
I was gonna
But
say Rainbow Foil's not, but
no,
yes,
but the
yeah,
regular version is.
the normal version. I think that's gonna happen with a lot of these hot cards. The hot
The
ones, they'll come
inverse.
down. Yeah, the hot ones will come down. The Rainbow Foils will continue to climb over time, probably have some pullback. Mediocre cards are gonna fall off like a cliff.
Yeah.
I think one of those, as an example, is Spreading Plague. It's down a little ways.
Yeah.
It was originally, I think, thought to be the hotness, and I think
Yeah. Started at
eventually,
15.
yeah,
Even
it
the
just
rainbow's
kind of,
going down.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's cards that feel collectible, and there's cards that don't at this point. So
I
I
think
like
this
this
is a good
card.
card though. I
do.
do think this is a
I
good
like
card.
this card in my particular deck, but my particular deck is called Surprise. So this is a card to psychologically mess with my opponent with my particular deck.
Yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Yeah,
So it's like, yeah, it's like I get you used to blocking, and then you get hit with this, and then you're like, crap, do I block or not block? I don't know what to do.
right.
Surprise! Then I just hit you with a bunch of attack reactions. You're like, I don't know what to ever do now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I like the card. Um, yeah, Amnesia. I thought was going to be a bigger, have bigger impact than it is. And
I think it will someday. This feels like a card that's setting something up. You know?
yeah, I did open a Rainbow Foil Burdens of the Past, and let me say, it is probably one of my favorite Rainbow Foils. It is gorgeous.
It's a weird card too.
Yeah.
It's just an anti-turtle tech. If we ever have too much of a turtle deck.
Yeah, and it's generic, so.
Well, yeah, exactly. I do like the generics they put in this set.
Yeah, I think they're just slowly building up a library of generic Majestics that handle different situations that prevent certain gameplay styles of running away with a format.
Yeah, I mean, it literally creates a way to deal with any sort of edge deck that is just too powerful, doing one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You have to play multiple facets or you
You
will not be a winner
right, your
in
deck
this game
has
anymore.
to react to how your opponent is playing.
Exactly.
You cannot
Exactly.
just do the same
There's
thing.
no one game plan anymore. That was an interesting time in Fab's history that I think we will not ever see again, or if we do, it will be
No, I
probably
think
limited in time.
yeah, I think the card pool is already there to prevent that from coming back.
Yeah, to a degree
Like
at least.
anytime there's a deck that's like, oh, I'm the new thing, you almost don't want to be that because then you are the deck everyone sideboards for.
Yeah, everyone's targeting you.
Yeah. So
What
what
about the
also makes me sad
legendaries?
is
Oh, sorry. Good.
the downside to this whole Azalea thing is a lot more people will be running unmovables in their sideboard. And as a Dorinthia player, that makes me sad. But yeah, what were you saying?
I was going to say, what about the legendary specializations, the Riptides?
Is Riptide good? No,
We don't know.
he's not.
You're saying he's not good? I think he's could be good. There's probably a deck that he's decent.
Against,
No?
sure.
No. I think there's a way to build him. I think he's a setup hero. They always take longer to solve than the zero cost red go burr.
Correct.
I think he's like Icelander was when she came out. Everyone's like, she's not there. And then like some genius came along and found a way,
Yeah, but the only yeah, so it's when this defends an attack with go again. Wait. This defends
Lose a card.
Yeah. So here's a question, it's a judge question probably. Does that count for Dorinthia's sword if it is given go again?
Yeah, if it has it at that point, yeah.
But what if
the go again isn't given till after, then no, it probably wouldn't affect it. That would be my guess. But most of your cards give it go again at the time it resolves, right? Isn't that how they work?
It is on hit.
Oh, it's on hit. Okay. Well then this would not target her. She'd sneak around this one.
And then Buzzsaw when this defends an attack.
I like how your basis for if something's good or bad is Dorinthia.
Yes.
Like,
we are just figuring this out now.
Yeah, no, it's just funny
how
because
does this
it's
affect me personally?
Yeah, me personally and only me personally. Yeah.
I mean, it is Tommy's top picks. It is my
That's
channel.
fair. That's fair. And his pick is Dorothy.
It is. until Sneak, if you didn't listen to the podcast, go listen to the podcast where I talk about how in the next set, Dorinthia and Kasai will merge with the power of the light and become a single being that will give me a class to both play Dorinthia specializations and Kasai specializations. I'm calling it out here as well, so when it happens,
He's not
I
joking.
called it.
He literally spoke about this
Yes.
for a
Yeah.
bit in the podcast. I don't know if that's advertisement in a positive way or if it's going to warn people away from the podcast. It was quite amusing
One of the two.
though.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So when this attack is greater than its base attack, the attack can't gain attack this turn.
Yeah.
So
That's
you just
probably good against you, right?
no, because then you can
No?
just swing, give it go again, and just no. I don't think so. I don't think any of
If
it
you have your
rips.
counter on it, it works.
Oh, right. True. Then this one does work. The buzzsaw
Yeah,
does.
that one's good on you. And then the other one's good
But
too.
then what's the effect? Then its base attack, it can't gain
So it
attack
loses
this
its
turn.
pluses. So it
It
slows
loses its
down your
pluses.
yeah, slows down your charge forward stuff. It slows down your momentum.
Right. One for
That's
one turn, but it'll if it still hits, then it still gains the counter.
correct. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's going to be a smart person that figures out how to make this play, and the traps do not seem like the thing that makes Riptide good.
No, I
They're
think it's
they're
the go
uh,
again and the manipulation of the arsenal that makes him good.
yeah, that's what makes it good. That's why I'm like, I don't think this is a good basis. This is a cool
It's
card.
I think it's going to be very similar to Briar in that you have a very high rolly deck that can either output insane amounts of damage if you draw the correct ratio of non-attacks to attacks, but can brick hard when you draw all of one kind.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that.
When this defends an attacking hero has played or activated reactions, this chain link. Yeah, that seems pretty good actually against me. When this defends and the attacking hero has played. Oh, so no, I just don't play my the top card of your deck. Put the top card of their deck into the graveyard and they lose X health, where X is the number of cards in their graveyard with that name. Because yeah,
You don't run rainbow of anything?
not really.
Do you run 6 of anything? Because
Yes.
that's pretty good when that goes off at the end and that's 6 life
Yes.
and it defends while doing
Right.
6 life.
No,
Like,
but
that's pretty good.
the gameplay with Dorinthia is into Riptide is to just swing with the sword. Somehow give it go again and just accumulate counters and block because you only need 2 cards in hand, so you block with 2 cards against their arrows, so you're mitigating their damage. And then they play a lot of defense reactions. So then you're just weaning them out of there without your
Well,
swords,
every
without your
time one
attack
of their
reactions.
defense reaction goes off, you also take damage, don't forget that.
If it triggers. But
Yeah,
there are
if it
ways
triggers.
to prevent it from triggering. If you just attack
The
with the
ones we said
sword.
that were good against you are just gonna trigger. You're not gonna be able to stop it because 'cause they're based on your base playing plan. You're gonna
No,
have
you
pluses
chain
on your sword, so it triggers. You're gonna have reactions, so it triggers.
no, like then you don't play your reactions. You use those to
But you don't
block.
know when the trap is coming out. That's why it's a
Right, so you
trap.
just assume it's there.
Oh,
Because
that's
then
a
you
bad idea
output it.
though, because Riptide is not a trap deck. He plays traps, but it's a minute part of the deck. He's still a ranger. He's shooting arrows.
All right. Well, I don't have any games against him yet,
Because I mean,
but
and let's put it this way: each of these are one in a deck,
correct.
so it's not happening a lot.
No, it's not. But
Anyways,
I don't
market
know.
wise, I think the market agrees with you that Riptide
Yes.
sucks.
Yeah. He's not there. And it seems like some good ninja cards are also down here. But this Amplify Arrow I was surprised by.
Why?
I don't know.
What
It just
about?
seems that it's so disliked or
Oh,
not being played. I guess because there's so many other good Ranger cards out there that this just doesn't.
doesn't make the cut.
Yeah.
It's probably a Riptide card.
You think?
I don't know. So this is why I say it. It's yellow,
Yeah.
and Riptide apparently his Blitz deck doesn't have blue. So I think in their heads when they designed it, he's a yellow ranger. And
Mhm.
so I'm guessing this being what it is, if it's him somehow. When in their minds, the designers' minds, I don't think anyone's figured out how to play Riptide yet. But and again, this could be one of those cards that leads to someone else, or something else later down the line when he gets his cards.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it may be a Lexi card. No.
I mean, he does flip arrows up. That's
Yeah,
kind of his whole deal with his bow.
that's true.
So I don't know. I do not know. I'm
It's
not a
just so
ranger
low, and then
player.
it's only +1. Yeah.
It is.
Underwhelming Majestic, I guess. Um,
Blocks 3, pitches yellow.
True. I guess.
Yeah, again, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Still
ranger player.
not impressed.
Um,
I
Look at
mean,
one of the other codexes, the Codex of Blood Rot or whatever.
Blood Rock.
That one's actually kind of intriguing. The first spike on Rainbow Foil, then the decline on that.
Yeah.
I think people first thought Blood Rot was the thing.
Well, yeah, it's the cool thing. It's the thing that does damage
Yeah, but the Codex,
or
that's the
threatens
problem.
damage.
I think people didn't read the Codex and what you need to do to make it trigger.
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So, yeah.
I don't know. I have enjoyed opening Outsiders. There's nothing I am chasing or hunting besides that trench coat, which I will now not open and will just buy when it comes down a bit. Because I think it will come down.
It is coming down. Yeah. Do you want to take a look at the extended art and Marvels?
Sure. You can look at the. Take a look. Outsiders. Legendary. Marvel. Okay. Flick Knives is best selling.
That's not a surprise. It is a good ability to have on deck. I will
Followed by
tell you that.
Vambrace.
That's because Oldham.
Everyone, and it's
Because Oldham.
generic.
Yeah,
So
yeah, because Oldham. Yeah.
it's also only
It is.
$34.
Yeah, it's so cheap for the rainbow foil. What's the cold foil running these days?
125.
That's
One sold for
better.
108.
I was gonna say that's better than it was. It was really high, and I was shocked at how high it was.
Yeah, 108 is the last sold.
Okay.
I don't know why I have bracers on it. I keep clicking it by accident. Yeah, Sunken Treasure at 41. Quiver already down to 26 in Rainbow. Shroud's down to 26 extended art. 2600. 260. Wow. It's been a day. 240 for the trench coat. That dropped.
Yeah, the extended art version.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming down.
This is just I just want this for art.
So is the Shroud actually, which I was surprised. I figured that would stay higher for longer.
I think it's a blitz card.
I mean, I'm running it. The one that did well in the Chicago event ran it.
Oh, in Missouri. Okay. Yeah, no, I haven't messed with I was thinking Arachne. There's no other assassin for me
yet. Which Arachne, though?
In Blitz, Solitary Confinement. For sure.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah,
For
the other
sure.
one doesn't really
It's the
work at
first time I've been tempted to look away from Kasai at another Blitz deck.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
But
I will say, even though the prices come down, there really aren't that many for sale of these extended arts.
There's 14 now.
That's pretty low.
Yeah, but again, the set is going to be opened.
That's true. That's true.
And I mean, it's a collector piece. So
yeah, it is. They're going to keep getting bought, but yeah, I imagine it will still come down for a while.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Ooh. That was my take on it before. It's like this is a $300 to $500 card later, not week 1,
right.
week 2, week 3, when everything's being open. 90% of the material will be open in these first few weeks, the first month, and everything will drop off a cliff as it should.
Yeah.
It was healthy and had a hype, and now it falls off a cliff, and then it corrects. Some things faster than others.
Right.
And that is the standard pattern you should expect. I will say, and we talked about this separately, um, Dynasty waiting until the next set does not seems to have been a good idea because most of the Marvels are already going up, and things that are of value, like collector wise, have been going up. So I think people are jumping the gun on that versus what I usually do. So I do not know how long the down part will exist for this set.
I think, yeah, it is. I think it is different being a draft set.
Sure.
I think you look at Uprising and now the preview of Dynasty and seeing what Dynasty is doing, I think will be valuable information for when we have Dust and Dawn.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like with us getting Prism back, and how there's the Prism tax on
Yeah, I
sets.
wonder how many Marvels are going to be. Like, are they going to do all angels, like Marvel angels, like they did with Dromite?
And
That would be
Soraya,
cool.
Soraya
That
being
would
the
be
first,
cool.
I could see it. And then you make a double-sided Dorinthia like that poster.
God damn it! Yes, you could do that. I actually do like that idea of that picture
Like the
being her
Starvo treatment,
Marvel.
because
Yeah,
they
that would be
said
cool. They
they
did.
were they said that each of the first 8 heroes were going to get talented versions in
Yep,
upcoming sets.
that's a good point. That would
So
be. I
if
told you,
this is
like Dorinthia.
Dorinthia's
I called it
version
first. I'm just saying.
where she merges with Kasai, and it brings Kasai into CC.
Yeah, where she merges into Kasai. Your madness is just.
Let me dream my dream until proven wrong.
All
But
right, look at these Marvels here. What do you got?
yeah, you want me to just pull them all up? Which you want to start with?
Just the Codex of Frailty and like the codexes, because these are the Marvels for this set.
Yeah.
So it has come down quite a bit, but it is already
Um,
starting to go back up.
yes. We had one at the
Wow,
end
it
of the
actually
draft.
didn't even come back down that far. I didn't
It dropped
realize
$100.
for $100. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
expected
then
it to go further.
no. No, and it didn't like this is showing the drop, but market hasn't corrected. The graph hasn't corrected because the lowest sale or the lowest available is 389 plus 5 shipping.
Yeah, they're calling it 300. Yeah.
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 Not.
And there's only 14 available, same as the jacket or the Redback Shroud, rather,
Yeah.
not the jacket. Yeah. I mean, they did 2.0 right.
They did. They
Collectibles
absolutely
are
did.
collectible.
And yeah, and I got to hold one of these at draft this week. They are
Yeah,
gorgeous.
they are.
It was
I
the inertia
I
that
did it,
reopened.
just so you know, I have all 3 on my shelf.
Absolutely. I didn't
I
even have to ask. I know you
Yeah,
ordered the
yeah,
frailty
the
one.
one. Yeah, I got all 3. I got all 3. I couldn't not. It's my thing. It's the books. I had to.
Yeah.
And they're so pretty.
They're gorgeous. Now, what happens about the angels? Are you going to feel the same way about the angels?
I don't have as strong an affinity for the angels. I'll tell you, I'm sad I miss Soraya, and I probably will never get her because she's just too much. But I I'm not as sad as if I had missed any of these. Like, I'm just telling you
That's
that right
fair.
now.
That's
You
fair.
know what I
Oh,
mean? Like,
sure. Yeah.
this is the thing I've been collecting the whole time. I
Just
haven't
the
been
books.
collecting
Yeah.
angels.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's
don't
true.
even have the
That's true.
extended arts for the
That's
ones
true.
that are like $20. You know, I could get them. Maybe I
Yeah.
should get them, but
That might not be a bad play with Prism coming back.
yeah, I actually was looking at that right before Dust Till Dawn got it leaked, and then everything jumped up, and I was like, forget about it, because we knew it was like Light and all that stuff was coming back eventually
Right.
because
Right.
it'd been teased, but
But yeah, and then
yeah,
we know elements are going to come back. So eventually, maybe when the elements come back, now, when no one's thinking about elements, go grab your cheap tails. Not financial advice, but go grab your cheap tails, and then when that comes back around, you'll be all set.
yeah,
I don't know. I just also really enjoy tails. It's the most busted set.
it is pretty goofy.
Like, think about all the things that we complain about. It's a lot of it comes from tails.
What things? Like what?
Crown
Zero
of
cost?
Seeds, 0
Oh,
cost.
Crown of Seeds, yeah.
Um,
No, zero cost was around before that. It
Rosetta
just
Thorn.
made it terribly overpowered.
Um, it had
I never
Duskblade.
complained about Thorn. I thought Thorn was fine.
Thorn is not fine.
I know everyone complains about it, but I think it's fine.
Briar. Briar doing Briar things. Oldhim.
And she still has an LL. This tells you how bad that take is.
Oldhim and Rampart.
Oldham's pretty bad. Just because of the lack of fun to play against.
But like
sort of
all
thing.
the legendaries are cracked. There's like Seeds, there's Rampart, there's Creepers, there's Creepers. Help me out. Heart of Ice.
I don't know. I don't
Heart of
remember what
Ice
else is
isn't
in-
really cracked, but
Yeah,
and then Shock Charmers.
which is also not that broken.
Yeah. But I don't know. It has some good L's. It has a good set.
It was a fun set. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was very themey. I like the color schemes.
So then this one, inertia went up.
Yeah, because it started really low. Someone sold it immediately for 100 day of release.
So that's why.
And yeah, it literally was like, take that out,
Yeah.
and that's what you really have.
Yeah, because there's one.
Because it was only the one. It was day of release, and they just underpriced the crap out of it. It was bought in like a millisecond too. I saw that the first days I was looking. I was like, "What? Someone put it up there for 100? Of course, it's already gone." I was like, "I would have bought that."
Yeah, I don't know. I just think they're really cool.
I do too. I love them. They look so good.
In the middle, we have the Blood Rod. This one might be my favorite.
It is my favorite. It is definitely my favorite art wise. Inertia is my favorite, like mechanics wise, obviously.
Sure.
But yeah, Blood Rod's the favorite look.
Would you sleeve these up?
No, God, no. What kind of madman would sleeve that up?
Why not? I sleeve a more expensive card.
Because it's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's fair. I know. So show it off. Look it up. Put it in your deck.
On my shelf.
Or on your shelf.
It's my art from my room, my office.
That's fair. That's fair. Cool. Well, anything else you wanted to talk about with Outsiders Majestics?
No, I think we've covered a decent amount of it. Curious what people think in the comments. Are these things cracked and going to go down like crazy? Are they crazy rare and people are buying them too fast and running out of stock and they're just not that common? What do you guys think? What's the lowest Shroud will be? What's the highest it will be by the time Dusk Till Dawn comes out? Give us some numbers.
Shroud?
Yeah, Red Shroud or whatever it's called.
Redback Shroud?
Yeah, that's it.
Rainbow or cold foil? Or the extended?
The extended, yeah.
Extended, we have it at 260. Drop to. Oh, hold on. What's going on?
Chart's a lie. That's what's going on.
Chart's a lie. So it's 260. Was selling for 400, 300. I see this going to low. I think it drops another $100.
It's about where I have it. I think its low will be 150 when everyone's bored of this set and hates drafting it.
Yeah.
Like when that time comes, yeah, it'll be a time. Unless leaks from Dusk Till Dawn say there's an assassin. I know. It won't.
I mean, there will be assassin cards in it. There will be
but if they give us a new assassin, which there's no reason to expect it, but if that happened, like a shadow assassin,
we've just had 2 sets with assassins.
This would go crazy again, especially if it's the lady in the picture.
True. Okay, so and this is a blitz kind of card, so maybe we have a young assassin.
That's what I mean. Like there, and a light and dark set, having a dark assassin in, especially just like a blitz one. You know how they throw in the random and supplementals, like one of those. I think that could make this go nuts.
Like a Volda or
yeah, exactly. Like a Volda for assassins, like weird, strange assassin. But I don't expect that. I also honestly think there's a minute chance that happens.
I also don't think it would go nuts if they announced that. I think it was a spike and then it would come right back.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess it depends on how this new market plays. We really don't know.
It's a player's market for CC. It's not a player's market for Blitz. This is a collector piece.
It is a collector piece, and ultimately the collector pieces have been outstripping expectations as far
Right.
as how fast they're selling out. So this may never stay low. Like it may hit that 150 range
Yeah.
for a very brief period of time, and before the set's even out of people's minds, be already at the 400, 500. Like Soraya. Soraya
Yeah.
came down to like 250, and she hasn't been under 400 for like a month.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
fair.
We'll find out. But she's different, right? She's a Marvel. She's not extended art. She's a Angel. She's not a piece of equipment. Like there's pluses and minuses to both of them.
Right. Yeah. But
So
I mean,
I'm not. We don't know. So we'll see.
yeah.
I'm intrigued. I love
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
2.0 is very exciting. Very difficult to navigate for me because I want it all. I want all of them.
The Wild West, we got to relearn everything again.
Yeah. Well, it's good. It's a good
Very
thing.
good. I'm a big fan of 2.0. I think they've knocked it out of the park, and I hope they just continue to do the same.
Yep.
I'm enjoying my events. I'm enjoying my community. I'm enjoying the game. I'm enjoying playing online, in person. It's just fun. Eating up a
Agreed.
lot of my mental time, I guess. I don't know.
Right on.
Not in a bad way. Just like it commands my focus.
Yeah. It's the thing you think about when you
Yeah,
have time to think about something. Yep.
exactly. Think about things. So until we think about things when we're watching FabWatch next week, we'll catch you guys later.
Have a good one.